I didn't get financing. I saved up. I had the concept of what I wanted to do, so I saved up, and when time was right, I just got out my savings and started my business. What about you?
Similar, we didn't really get any financing at all. We just started off with the little we had and built up from there. For us, what we do, we check the internet, check the trends, check Instagram, check what's going on all around the world, see what's good. Then from there, we talk to suppliers abroad, and then we import and bring and ship them in.
Importing from abroad is like in terms of bottom line, there's of course extra costs. There's the shipping cost, there's clearing, there's extra costs that you wouldn't have incurred if the products were available locally. It affects how much money you get and the actual cost of the product. So it's something you have to balance out, but it's of a huge impact to especially the pricing of the product.
When you're designing your website, you need to really get into place what your consumers are, who they are. So 90% of websites designed abroad are made for the American market, whereas the Kenyan market doesn't really think about that. So you find things appearing like zip codes, states. We don't have states and zip codes here. Postal codes, we rarely use that here. So you really need to change your design to suit the local market.
Did you make your own site?
No, unfortunately we don't.
I made my own site.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you want whatever, like the outlook of the site to be able to resonate with the people who you're targeting, and that's the Kenyan youth and all that. So it must be simple, it must look good, it must be catchy, and also resonate with. As Bett said, you don't want to have the zip codes and all those things that are not really important on the platform. To me, social media is everything. Like, I believe my main source of traffic is Instagram. Like, most of it is Instagram. So social media is big for cool stuff.
For us, social media can be divided into two. There is paid social media, and then there is the free organic interaction that you get. We mostly capitalize on the paid social media. In fact, we spend a lot on Facebook ads, Instagram ads. We have quite a big budget on that. So, and for us, it's really good. It's better than advertising anywhere else, and it's giving us traffic that we most definitely wouldn't have had given other scenarios. I feel our customers are more, how would I use the word, issuistic. For example, a guy who's selling, let's talk about a guy who's selling something from a shop. You'll buy your product from the guy, pick it, pay, and go. Probably if you had an issue with the product, you really can't complain because you're the one who took it yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas for us, we have a higher rate of returns and complaints. Someone will pick the product, the color doesn't look so right, this doesn't look so right. Our staff and customer interactions are even heavier because the customers get a bit ruder because it's a chat message, it's not live. When they're face to face, they can't really be that rude. They'll try measure, but when it's on chat, that person really opens their heart up to you. So this is sort of the issues we have here. Probably Sandy. Sandy is a local that we use. We have a very big account with them, and they do most of, I think, 60% of our deliveries. There's Wells Fargo Courier. They also improved and became more innovative. They now, when they send a package, before you used to send a package, you sign on a paper as a delivery note. Right now they have the digital palm top, so when you sign, automatically it reflects onto our logistics side, and then from our logistics side, automatically it reflects onto the buyer of the package. So we send that immediately. It's automatically, you can get info like that. So that's a really good innovations that have come right now.
Pesapal.
Yeah.
Well, I Pesapal locally for like as a payment gateway. Also, when we talk about innovations, I believe like in the future, and maybe something that we can pioneer, is having our own products. Like for example, Amazon has, aside from what they sell that's from other brands, they have their own innovations. They have the Eco Dot, they have the whole Alexa thing. And that's something personally I would like to get into in terms of tech.
We're not that small in e-commerce size. Let me just start like that. That's small.
We're not small.
Yeah, because okay, e-commerce sizes have we classify e-commerce based on your orders. The number of orders boosts the size. Now here's the funny part. When you look at Jumia and Masoko's performance locally, they're still small, tiny e-commerce stores compared to maybe South Africa, where a company like us would be bigger than them completely. So I feel we're all a bit small.
In terms of survival, I think it's all about diversification. Like the product offerings that we have are tailored towards a certain niche, and that's the only way we can survive. So for example, Papink does a lot of personalization, which you'd find like the bigger companies can't do. For cool stuff, we major on products that either would be found in the market but are way too expensive, or they're products that you wouldn't really readily find in the market, but people know about them.
We've seen an increase in people who are ready to pay before delivery. When Jumia came up, they were doing cash on delivery, which they noticed was a loss because of the logistical nightmare that comes from that. But now, a lot of people are actually more comfortable paying before delivery because they're getting used to the whole online shopping experience. The owner and founder of Amazon says one thing: don't answer the questions that cannot be answered. Don't start thinking of the very tricky questions. Think of the simpler questions. What do people want? What we know in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years,
Different.
people will want to shop easier, will want to get their goods faster, and will want the best pricing available. Now, if you look at the systems, the only way to do that is go online. So they'll want to view the products immediately. If you figure it out in your head, I need a watch, get to your phone, see it online. So for guys who are getting in online, you're getting into the right place. You're getting into the train when it's supposed to be heading that way. So just get into it, stick to it, hold it out for the next 10 years until it really gets stable, especially in our country, and you'll really get good results.
The sea is so wide, there's always a space. There's somewhere you can just come in and carve out and make that niche your own. So yeah, get into it.